A very good morning to one and all, to our respected principal ma'am, to our respected teachers and all my friends present over here. I, Vangshita Pradhan, on behalf of the third year BSc Nursing student of Amri College of Nursing, convey my heartiest welcome to you all for the today's gathering for celebrating World Mental Health Week 2021. So let's focus on the topic World Mental Health Day 2021. It will include more issues to address the full aspect of the topic. So now I will request my friend Namita to give a brief introduction about the topic. Over to you, Namita.
Thank you, Vansita. So before start the topic, I want to tell about the contents of our topic. That is the introduction, definition of health and mental illness and why it is a global problem. Then World Federation for Mental Health Day. Then the objectives of Mental Health Day. And background and history of World Mental Health Day. And why we need to celebrate Mental Health Day. Then the theme of Mental Health Day. Then COVID-19 pandemic and its effect on mental health, then how to look after our mental health. So now I am going to introduce our topic. So health does not always come from medicine. Most of the time it comes from peace of mind, peace in the heart, peace in the soul. It comes from laughter and love. According to WHO, World Mental Health Day is celebrated on 10th October every year to spread awareness regarding mental health issues and its effect on our life. So the COVID-19 pandemic has exacerbated mental health issues all over the world. This makes it all the more important that people are more need of the mental support. We can be part of their support system and help them only if we are aware of its importance. So we all know that according to WHO, health is a state of complete physical, mental and social well-being and not merely the absence of any disease or infirmity. Then we have to know what is mental health. According to WHO, a state of well-being in which every individual realizes his or her own potential, can cope with the normal stresses of life, can work productively and fruitfully, and is able to make a contribution to her or his community. Next, I am going to discuss why mental illness is a global problem. More than 300 million people, 4.4% of the world population, suffer from depression. The mental health conditions are increasingly worldwide. So mainly because of demographic changes, there has been a 13% rise in mental health condition and substance use disorders in last decade. So poor mental health is both a cause and consequences of poverty, then the compromised education, gender inequality, ill health, violence and other global challenges. Anxiety and depression are the most common problem with around 1 in 10 people affected at any one time. So thank you. Next over to Vijayani.
Thank you, Namita. I'm going to discuss about World Federation for Mental Health and the objective of the Mental Health Day. The Mental Health Day is organized by the World Federation for Mental Health. The World Federation for Mental Health is the only international multidisciplinary grassroots advocacy and education organization concerned with all aspects of mental health. It was founded in 1948 to advance among all people and nations for the prevention of mental and emotional disorder, the proper treatment and care of those with same disorder, and the promotion of mental health. Next come to the objectives of the Mental Health Day. The first objective is raise awareness about mental health. Even with physical distancing, there are so many ways to get involved and raise awareness for mental health conditions. Mental health awareness increases the chances for early intervention, which can result in fast recovery. By raising awareness, mental health can be managed by treatment. The next objective is reduce stigma associated with mental illness. Stigma is when someone sees you in negative way because of your mental illness. Discrimination is when someone treats you in a negative way because of your mental illness. Social stigma and discrimination can make mental health problems worse and stop a person from getting the help they need. So it's time that we stop stigma and discrimination against the people with mental illness. The next objective is promote health-seeking behavior and emotional well-being practices. When someone you know is going through troubled time, be compassionate, listen, care, and support, facilitate the treatment. You matter, you are not alone, help is available. The next objective is prevent suicide through individual education and outcome events. Suicide is the second leading cause of the death among 15 to 29 years old globally. So suicide should be prevented by giving education to the people about how they cope and give support at risk and create protective environment. Thank you. Now the next part discussed by Arpita Samal, which is the purpose of the World Mental Health Day.
Thank you, Vijayini. The purpose of World Mental Health Day are first one is to prevent the stigma among the people, as there is a lot of stigma associated with mental health issues among the people. Hence, the first purpose is to prevent the stigma that arise among the people regarding the mental health and its issues. Then to spread the awareness among the people. By the Mental Health Day, the aim is to spread the awareness regarding the mental health issues and its effect in our lives. Then is to provide education to the people. We have to educate the people that the physical and mental health are interrelated with each other. The mental health is no different from the physical health. So we have to deal with equally with the mental health and physical health. Then is to mobilize the effort in support of mental health. The health team members should prepare several processes to promote the mental health among the people. Then is to strengthening the leadership in mental health. Proper strength of leadership in mental health can lead to achieve the aim of the scheme successfully. So we have to strengthen the leadership to achieve the aim of the mental health day. Another is to provide the comprehensive mental health and social service in community based settings. Nowadays the pandemic COVID-19 has greatly affected the mental health condition of people all over the world. So the vital purpose of World Mental Health Day is to provide awareness about the importance of mental health and how one should never neglect their mental health issues. Thank you. Now I will request Himadri to discuss her topic, that is the history and background of World Mental Health Day.
Thank you, Arpita. Let's know about history, background and significance of World Mental Health Day. World Mental Health Day was celebrated for the first time on October 10, 1992 at the initiative of Deputy Secretary General Richard Hunter. Up until 1994, the day had no specific theme other than general promoting mental health advocacy and educating the people. In 1994, World Mental Health Day was celebrated with a theme for the first time at the suggestion of Secretary General Eugene Brody. So the first theme was that improving the quality of mental health services throughout the world. So that was the first theme of Mental Health Day. So World Mental Health Day is supported by WHO, that is World Health Organization, through raising awareness on mental health issues using its strong relationship with the Minister of Health and civil society organization across the globe. So on the Mental Health Day 2018, Prime Minister Theresa May appointed Jackie Dolly Price, UK's first suicidal prevention minister, to discuss about significance of World Mental Health Day. It becomes important to educate people about mental health issues since there is still a lot of stigma associated with it. We also need to understand that physical and mental health are interrelated to each other. Mental health is no different from the physical health. On this day, various organizations across the world come together and work together towards a better future, where people are well aware about mental health issues. World Mental Health Day, let's talk about mental health. It's time to talk, it's time to change. Thank you. Next over to Monisha. She will explain why we need to celebrate World Mental Health Day.
Thank you, Himadri. We have celebrated the World Mental Health Day each year on 10th October. But why we need to celebrate World Mental Health Day, that we have to know. World Mental Health Day is celebrated across the globe on October 10. It is aimed at educating people and spreading awareness about the importance of mental health and how one should never neglect their mental health issues. The day is also celebrated to advocate against social stigma associated with mental health issues. The day was created as a way to bring more attention to mental illness and its effect on individual life, work, family, and overall stability of communities and countries. Mental health awareness increases the chances for early interventions, which can result in a fast recovery. Awareness to reduce negative adjectives that have been said to describe our people with a mental illness. By raising awareness, mental health can now be seen as an illness. This illness can be managed by treatment. The day was celebrated for the first time in 1992 at the initiative of World Federation for Mental Health, a global mental health organization with members in more than 150 countries. It is observed on 10th October every year to raise awareness of mental health issues around the world and mobilize effort in support of mental health. As we know that there is no health without mental health. A physically fit person is unable to discharge his daily routine if he is suffering from depression, anxiety or suicidal tendencies. According to WHO, more than 8 lakh people die by suicide every year. Suicide is the principal cause of death among people 15 to 29 years of age. 79% of these suicides occur in low and middle income countries. Or we can say that one death every 40 seconds is due to suicide. Through this day, we give the awareness by using aviate social media to spread the positivity and to provide support and to learn about the developed strategies and policies. Therefore, all our efforts and public policies should focus on prevention. However, so often people who suffer from mental illness don't have access to mental health services. Sometimes there are no services in their vicinity. We need everyone's help in this noble cause. That is why we need to involve not only psychologists and counselors but NGOs, families and social workers. This is the only way to deal with the stigma of mental health problems is to identify the cause, pinpointing solution and recognize that mental health issues is a medical issues like any other disease. So this awareness is very necessary. For that also we are celebrated this day as a World Mental Health Day on 10th October each year. Thank you. Next we have to know detail about the theme of the World Mental Health Day that is discussed by Vansita.
Thank you, Manisha. So each year we have celebrating the World Mental Health Day with a specific theme. So the theme for the World Mental Health Day 2021 is Mental Health is an Unequal World. Of course, this pandemic has created a global crisis. The crisis in terms of the health issues, social issues, economic issues, educational issues, and triggered a global crisis. So it is very difficult to explain because it is felt in every part of the globe. In this unequal world, rich is becoming richer, the poor is becoming poorer, and the gap between have and have not is increasing day by day. This pandemic has polarized the world, and the unequal world has accentuated access to the healthcare system has widened in terms of the people who are rich are getting the more healthcare facility, but the people who are poor or the less money cannot get such kind of healthcare. Coming to the mental health, it is simply impossible to assess for the health. Treatment gaps or the mental health is widening further. Before the pandemic, it was 70 to 80%, but now it is increased further. The focus on the physical health increased a lot, but the mental health took a toll. Lockdown, social distancing, stress of the pandemic had a serious impact on the mental health. in every citizen in every part of the country. According to the WHO, the country like India is burdened with the mental health, and the problem and the services are inadequate according to the conditions. Now, India has a low health budget, and the services or the society of the resources make it even more difficult to face some challenges with the rising cases. In such condition, we must be empathetic and try to do our best to deal with the mental health issues. Thank you. Now my friend Jagyasini is there to put more focus on the theme. Over to you, Jagyasini.
Thank you, Vansita. Now I am going to discuss some important part of this topic in front of you. What people also know that our world passing through a dangerous disease, that which we know that mental illness. Everyone know about it, but no one takes about its treatment. I am happy to tell to emerge from this disease. We know how to follow some habits, and we also need to change our life so that we can treat and this disease, which is I am going to tell you, such as yoga, and playing an instrument, cooking, photography, drawing and painting, writing, gardening and dancing. I will explain you how it is help us to defeating this disease. So first we discuss about the yoga. A lot of people are turning to yoga and not without a reason. Yoga is a holistic practice that keeps your mental as well as physical body aligned. It can boost the flow of happy hormones like serotonin, dopamine, oxytocin and reduce your stress. Then another one is the playing an instruments. Playing table, guitar, chorus, it is reduce the stress, anxiety and depression. It can be a great mood changer that can increase excitement, energy and happiness to reduce symptom of depression, anxiety and confusion. The next topic is our cooking. Making your favorite foods in a mindful way can help to elevate stress and enhance our body and mood. There are people who are benefit mentally from baking and trying out different items and recipes in their free time. The next one is the photography. Uploading from technological world can help you to see different perspectives of the environment. Taking of photography can be a mediative effect to an individual. Cleaning pictures and connecting with the nature and outside world smoothen you from the inside out. Another one is the drawing and painting. Including in creative activity like painting and drawing can lower your stress level and promote your mental calmness. It is an excellent distraction from your everyday life and quite relaxing. Another one is the writing. Penning down your thoughts on a piece of paper or diary or writing a story or a poem has a therapeutic impact on sense. It is also a way of self-respect and silence the chattering mind. Then the gardening. It is another way to connect with the nature. It also improves concentration and attention to find details while also instilling practices. Then the last habit is about the dancing. Dancing has more benefits than you imagined. It helps to express ourselves, socialization and mood enhancement. It also improves the posture, flexibility, lifts your mood and easy anxiety. Besides it can also serve your minds. This is all about the 8 habits of mental health which are very useful for us. Next, Mamita will tell about the COVID-19 pandemic and mental health.
Thank you, Jagyasini. Now I am going to discuss about COVID-19 pandemic and mental health. COVID-19 pandemic had a major impact on people's mental health. COVID-19 is a disease caused by novel coronavirus known as severe acute respiratory syndrome. As the coronavirus pandemic rapidly sweeps across the world, it is include a considerable degree of fear, worry, and concern in the population at large and among certain groups, in the particular, such as older adults, care providers, and people with underlying health condition. In public mental health terms, the main psychological impact to data is elevated rates of stress and anxiety. But now new measures and impacts are introduced, especially quarantine and its effect on many people's usual activities, routines, and livelihood levels of loneliness, depression, harmful alcohol, drug abuse, and self-harm or suicidal behavior are also expected to rise. Now, I am going to discuss about how to care our mental health during COVID-19 pandemic. So, here are some points. So, coping with COVID mental stress. So, in this COVID-19 crisis situation, we face lot of situations like losing our loved ones, or our loved one is COVID positive, or home isolation. So, World Mental Health gives awareness about how to cope with this stress by taking appropriate measures like talking to patient, teach the patient this is the reality of our life, and by talking to the client. Then second one is take proper care of our body and mind to manage anxiety and stress. When we feel anxious and stressed, try these practices like yoga, listen music, meditation, learn relaxation techniques, playing indoor games, stepping back from the problems that helps to clear our head. Then third one is the seek support of your family and friends and reach out for help. In this crisis situation, family and friends plays a vital role in reducing the stress and anxiety. So sharing the problems with family and friends can reduce the stress. Then fourth one is the maintain a constant sleep and wake cycle and engage in constructive activity and hobbies. So sleep is a powerful stress reducer. Following a regular sleep routine calms and restore our body and improve concentration and regulate moods and sharpen the judgmental decision making and problem solving capacity that helps to cope with stress when you are well rested. Then next one is engage in deep breathing exercises like pranayama, physical exercises and meditation that helps our body to calm down and restore our energy, and that gives positivity in our life. The next one is avoid excessive negative or fake news and misinformation consumption. We should avoid that because it gives unnecessary stress. So we should avoid that. The next one is if in case we have mood swings, anxiety, restlessness, a feeling of insecurity, disturbed sleep or appetite or any odd experience, seek immediately help from your healthcare providers. Thank you. Now I request to Gayatri to represent her part, that is the ways to look after our mental health.
Thank you, Mamita. Now we have to know about the ways to look after your mental health. Having a healthy body is also important as having a healthy mind. You need to work on both to look after yourself. If you have a sore back or break your leg, you need to help to fix it, and you must look after yourself to heal. Your mind is also the same. Getting help is right thing to do, and the earlier is the better. We all feel sad, stressed or overwhelmed sometimes, especially when there is a lot of happening in our surrounding world or in our lives, in our families. But if you start feeling like that most of the time, it's time to getting help. If it is hard to breathe or racing your heart, or you can't stop thinking about those things which may worry in your future, it could be anxiety. Or if you are sad for a long period of time, or can't sleep, or stop doing the things you like, you enjoy, that is depression. There are also other signs like drinking more than usual, yelling your loved ones for no reason, gambling. These are the signs in where you need help. Sometimes people feels helpless or hopeless, or like they feels like they are the burden to their loved ones. So or lot of us worry about if we talk about how we are feeling, we or our family will lose face or people will think less of us. But talking is one the best way to get help. There are professionals who can help you, but you can start talking to a close friend or a senior family member or a religious or community leader or someone you trust, because when you feel this way you are not alone. There are services to help you. Recognize what you are thinking, feeling, and you should address it. Tell someone what you are feeling. It makes what you are going through easier to understand and set out. If there is someone you are worried about, if they are finding life difficult, help them to feel better. At this pandemic time, it has a very big impact on our mental health. To support, there are ways which helps to think about looking after yourself. The ways are like connect, be active, take notice, learn, give, talk about your feelings, eat well, ask for help, take a break. These are the ways which helps in looking after our mental health. Then first was is the connect. In the social connection and relationships are so important for maintaining our mental health and well-being, and this pandemic made it harder to see a friend, family member, or meet new people. So we are looking for new ways to do this. For example, we could get creativity with video calls, or by having a game night, or watching movie together with family members, or call an old friend for a quick chat. This helps our social relationships strong and make new friends. Then be active. what Whatever types of movement works for you, physical activity is important for both your body and your mind, can help reduce anxiety and depression. Staying activity might be challenge for you, so try to build a physical activity into your routine if possible. There are lots of fun things you can do outdoors, and sports clubs can help you to get active too. So you can try, for example, you can also try dancing, climbing the stairs, online exercises, online workouts, or sitting exercises. It get you moving at home. Then take notice. Look after yourself by taking notice how you are feeling. Which ways to do this include slowing down, but taking the time to appreciate the environment around you, and you getting close to the nature if you can. You could also try mindful exercise like meditation, yoga, breathing exercises. Then learn. Keep your brain busy by learning something new or getting stuck into something you enjoy. It is stress reliever. It might be tricky when you are already studying, but things like reading, cooking, art, or anything you are passionate about can be usually really stress relieving. Then doing things for others can be really fulfilling, like helping a friend, volunteering, or smiling at neighborhood. Research suggests that the people who have an interest in helping others are more likely to be consider themselves happy. Then talk about your feelings. Talking can be a way to cope with what you have been carrying around in your hand for a while. Just being listening can help you feel supported and less alone. It works both ways. If you open up, it might be encourage the others to do the same. If it feels awkward at first, give it time. Make talking about your feelings something that you do. Then eat well. There are a strong link between what we eat and how we feel. Your brain needs some mix of nutrition to stay healthy and function well, just like other organs of your body. A diet that good for your physical health is also good for your mental health. then ask for help. None of us are superhumans. We all sometimes need help and get tired or overwhelmed by what we are feeling or when the things wrong. If the things are getting too much for you and you feel you can't cope with, then ask for help. Your family or friends maybe give you practical help or a listening ear, which relieves your stress. Then take a break. A change of scene or change of pace is good for you and good for your mental health. It could be 5-minute pause from your cleaning your house or cleaning your kitchen, or a half-hour break from your work, or a lunch break, or a weekend exploring somewhere new is good for your health. So a few minutes can be enough to distress you. Give yourself some me time. Thank you. Now I am requesting to Ranjita to conclude the theme.
Thank you, Gayatri. I am going to conclude our topic. It's time to come into the reality. Now we are again falling into a global crisis where mental illness is a great issue. So 2021 World Mental Health Day campaign provides us a great opportunity to fight against it, where it means in the inequality, the misconception, the stigmatization and the discrimination experienced by the people who is mentally ill. It can only be eradicated if we are trying from the grassroots level, which means we have to come together, act together and fight together towards the mental issue. If this will be happen, no doubt everyone can enjoy a good mental health. Thank you. Bansita, please close the event.
Thank you, Ranjita. On behalf of the institution, I convey my regards to our respected principal ma'am, our respected teachers who allow us to organize such event. Thank you to Mrs. Urmila Panda ma'am for your guidance and support, and thank you my friend for